Morning, everybody. John Ponick with the Mojave Valley Daily News. This is your daily dose for Monday, March 15th, halfway through the month. The Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center in Fort Mojave, Arizona. The Tri-State Radiology Center is the River City's premier independent imaging facility, offering both digital X-ray, and open MRI services. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. And remember, at Tri-State Radiology, your image means the world to us. All right. Glad to be back at 7:30. We tried it out for a week to see how it looked, and there were a lot of people that were missing out on their 7:30 start the day news source. So we're back. Jeff, you happy?
I am. I like the morning show.
Yeah, me too. Not only that, it gets me off work early on Friday.
True.
Kind of selfish, but I'm taking it. All right, this is our Makeup Monday, where we try to cover some of the things that happened over the weekend. So I wanted to show you a couple things. The first is MALC boys win 1A semifinal game. We're going to talk more about that in sports. But you see our MALC Patriots, their starting five out there, getting ready for their big semifinal state game. So we'll talk about that more when we get over into sports. Bullhead City School District and CRUHSD students resume studies today. They're back in. Remember, we talked about it very early last week, about Governor Ducey lifting the restrictions and ordering students back to school. It really basically doesn't affect us too much. It's more the schools that were not allowing any kind of in-person. They were ordered to go in-person. Here you still have the option of in-person or remote learning. But it did open up the bus schedules and all that, so they're going to be moving forward on that. A couple other things I wanted to cover from yesterday's paper. Arizona GOP chair sued over party election. That is Kelly Ward. A lot of us in the community are very familiar with Kelly Ward. She won her re-election as the state's GOP chair. They asked for a recount right away because it was reported kind of funky. First, they said that one of the board members was that he had won, and then another time, and then it came back ultimately saying that he was out, and she had a narrow win, and there were a bunch of things going on there. So they were asking for a recount, or a canvass anyway, and she denied it, which is funny because she's also the one that was pushing so hard on the president's recount, and still is. So they have decided to take her to court. That is Maricopa County Superior, William Beard and Sandra Dowling. They are both people that were running for the executive committee, so they are taking her to court. Another nice story, MCC is not raising the tuition next year. It remains at $81 per credit hour for the 7th consecutive year. So thank you to Dr. Klippenstein and all the people that made the board that made that decision. All right, let's talk about some of the things in today's paper. The first, we got our breaking news. Today's breaking news is brought to you by New Image Primary Care, now scheduling appointments within 7 days. So call them today for your appointment. So Jeff's got a picture here of the homeless veterans and the Tri-State military moms getting together for the Lucky Leprechaun Poker Run. This was held yesterday. It's a benefit motorcycle ride that started and ended at the Moose Lodge here in Bullhead City. It's presented by the Moose Riders, had about 100 riders. So there's breakfast and lunch and drinks and 50-50 drawing and prize raffles and live music and a blessing for the motorcycles. As a Harley rider, I love those motorcycle blessings. Those are pretty awesome. They also had prayers for the riders and that. So all the money raised will go to help the Tri-State military moms as well as the homeless veterans. So thank you to the Moose Riders and the military moms and everybody for putting that together. All right, jam-packed agenda for CRUHSD Board. There's a CRUHSD Board meeting tonight. They got a lot of things going on. I'm going to run through them as quickly as I can here. The first is procurement concerns. There's been some issues with procurement. There was a judgment against the school district back in, it was quite a while ago, it was last fall, that the procurement code that the district had used for purchasing different things under Superintendent Riley Fry, there were some violations. So they put some real hard limitations into it that lasts until October of 2023. One of the things is training among those who handle procurement. Anything that is $1 million or sole source and emergency purchases, procurements of more than $10,000, all have to be reviewed by the Attorney General's office. So they're just going to be discussing that, discussing possibly take action on how to carry out procurement. That's number one. Some other things that could happen or may go into executive session. They have ABM Industries. ABM is the company that does all the cleaning down at the high schools. They also have a separate contract for the field house, but they're going to be talking about their contract, custodial grounds and maintenance needs. So they may make some decisions on how they're going to deal with ABM. There's been some discussion on terminating the contract with ABM and hiring their own staff. So we'll see what happens with that. Another one is they're going to address the Dorn Wilcox contract. Remember, Dorn Wilcox is the principal down at River Valley High School. He's also the acting superintendent. So they tried to do that back when they named him the acting superintendent, but the meeting was super long, as those board meetings tend to get. So they decided that they would readdress it now. So they may or may not have, that may or may not be an actionable item today. We'll see what happens with that. Another executive session item is allegations of potential open meeting law violations. This has happened over and over again. It continues to happen. We have some people that are very eager to complain to the Attorney General, and they seem to have the Attorney General's ear about open meeting violations. There's been ones in the past for Lori Crampton, Dr. Cardone, Carrie Faring, and now we understand that there's another one out there for another board member. So when we get information on that, we'll see. So they're just going to be discussing that again, probably in executive session. Pipeline tax reimbursement. If you read the story today, we kind of talk about what that is. It doesn't really, the way it's worded kind of sounds funky. It says an overcollection of tax from Transwestern Pipeline of nearly $283,000 to be paid to the county over the next few years. The story says it's an overcalculation. Technically, I guess it would be an overcalculation. What happened on that is that the county gave an assessment for this property from the Transwestern Pipeline. It was accepted for year after year, and then the pipeline took them to court, and they won, and they dropped the value significantly. When they dropped the value, then it was, at that point, now it's considered an overcalculation. There's really no wrongdoing there. It's just that this is what it is. So the school board owes $283,000. They're trying to figure out a way of repaying that back to the county. The county has to pay the pipeline back because they're the ones who collected the money, even though it was the Department of Revenue that did that calculation. Crowd capacities. This is another interesting one. They're going to be, it's an agenda item where they're going to be discussing and possibly adopting, allowing more people into the field house, school gyms, auditoriums, football field, that kind of thing. This was something that was done back in when the executive orders first went in. I don't think it was a board item back then. I think it was just accepted that this is what the governor has told us. But they want to start opening up some of the activities as well. So we have a particular stake in this. We're hoping that they do open it up for an event that we have coming up here at the newspaper. And then audits to be discussed. District system accreditation annual financial audits are going to be discussed as well. So if you want to see it, you can go to their YouTube channel. You can watch it live on their YouTube channel tonight, or you can watch it. It'll be in the future. It'll be on the CRUHSD TV on Suddenlink Channel 13. 6 o'clock tonight at the Anderson Auto Group Fieldhouse. All right, speaking about opening things up, Governor says Arizona can meet Biden's vaccine deadline. The other day, President Biden had talked about he wants everyone in the country who wants it to be vaccinated by May. So there's a nice long story in today's paper about how they're going to accomplish that. Governor Ducey says as long as we're provided with the vaccines, it's something we can do. What's interesting is they've already lowered it down in the Maricopa County area, down in the Phoenix and Tucson area, to people 55 and older. They're talking about lowering that threshold to 45 on April 1st, and even further by the 35 sometime in April. It's kind of interesting that we're still stuck on 65 because we can't get enough vaccines. So right now, Arizona ranks 7th in the nation for COVID-19 deaths per capita. Gould opposes road project for data center. We talked, the Pegasus Holding Groups is the group that's building the $3 billion data center up outside of Kingman. They've announced that they're going to add a companion $5 billion phase for 2 more processing facilities. They had hoped to have it open by the end of 2019. With COVID and everything, that has come almost to a complete stop. The Public Works Department has asked to approve a almost $800,000 road project. They're recommending it, $782,000. Tammy Ursenbach, Economic Development Director for the county, has asked for them to approve it because it's going to help other businesses in the area as well. Ron Gould doesn't believe that we should. I don't know. They have a board meeting this morning at 9:30, and I believe that'll be on there. But we don't know how the rest of the supervisors feel about it, so we will see. Hopefully that doesn't stymie any further economic development up in Maricopa County. Oh, good morning, Erica. Good morning, Mom. You see that? David Abadia went to Coview yesterday, had the extra loaded Bloody Mary.
He had the full meal.
Good. Did you have the one with the
grilled cheese sandwich in it?
Grilled cheese in there, and there's a bunch of stuff in there. All right. In sports is brought to you by Mike Lewick at Desert Time Realty. Call us today for the service you deserve and the people you trust when buying or selling your home. All right, so let's go back to the MALC boys basketball game. You see the picture of the starting 5. That is our reigning athlete of the month, Josh Neal there, number 11. You've got, with his back to us, that's Aiden Honiger. Lucas Leslie there with the glasses on, number 33.
That's like the A-team right there.
That
is
picture. The A-team. The four juniors and a sophomore.
That's what I mean.
It's
They're the
ridiculous.
A-team.
They got one loss this year, and they avenged that last week pretty handily. So they played against why am I struggling with this? The Patagonia Tucson Lobos. They played against them in the semifinal game at Coronado High School on Saturday, and they won 78-71 to advance to the finals. So it's a state championship game for 1A. They will be playing against North Valley Christian. It was tight. I mean, they were down at halftime. They were down by 2, or down by 1, 31-30. But they came out in the second half and just got after it. Aiden Honiger, that number 1, led the team with 33 points. And you also had Josh Neal at 14 points and 10 rebounds, Steven Lopez, Lucas Leslie. They all had their share. There's another kid that's been picking it up lately, Austin Brusso, 11 rebounds and 10 points. They just pulled away towards the end. They built up like a 13-point lead at one point, 66-53. They were hitting three-pointers. They were doing work at the foul line, everything. They were getting after it.
They were getting work done.
They were getting work done. And it's not just one guy standing out. Even though Honiger led the team,
They're all stepping up now.
Yeah, you got guys that are beasts on the getting rebounds and guys hitting threes.
3-pointers, I see them. It's unbelievable.
You got Josh Neal, who is he's a rebound machine. Obviously, he set the record for the team for
all
career
time
rebounds, but he's also good at the free throw line. So you want to follow him? All right, we'll take it at the free throw line. So congratulations. They will be playing North Valley Christian tomorrow night down in, I think it's down in Tucson at 6 o'clock. So good luck to
guys.
Good luck to them. In other sports, the Mojave girls soccer team had their season come to an end. They lost to Sal Point Catholic. Sal Point Catholic was undefeated on the year, and they stay undefeated. So good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Sandy. So they stay undefeated. Mojave lost 7-1. They had a great year. They started out with a couple of losses, and then they went on a roll. I know at one point they had like 4 shutouts in a row. So congratulations on a great year, ladies. Couple other quick things real quick. Drew Brees retired.
Huh?
Drew Brees retired.
Come on.
20 years. 5 years with the Chargers, 15 years with the Saints. He holds a bunch of records.
Our biggest mistake. I'm a Charger fan.
Oh, you are a Chargers fan. That's right. Well, you guys did okay. They lost Brees because they thought that his career was going to be over. He had a shoulder injury. Turns out that was incorrect. But then you got Phillip Rivers. So.
Well, he was better than Leaf.
Oh, God. Ryan Leaf?
Did I just say that?
Yes.
I did, huh?
All right, and then the March Madness bracket was revealed yesterday, so a lot of interesting things out of that. 2 Big Ten teams as number 1 seeds. That's Illinois and Michigan. A lot of interesting matchups there, so that should be a lot of fun. All right, weather. Weather is brought to you by Living Waters Hospice, your hometown hospice. Together we can make a difference. So, 40% chance of rain this afternoon, high of 74 today. It's going to be a little chilly tomorrow, but no more rain. And then you see it steadily increasing over the week. So by Friday, it's supposed to be 86, which is nice. Acosta. Good morning, Acosta. Acosta. Oh, Jack and Eileen Acosta, I'm guessing is what that
Yeah, it's
means.
backwards.
Yes. So good morning. So great week. Should be nice weather-wise, and no no rain. Should be good. So get out and enjoy. We got a lot of things going on. And don't forget, tomorrow night we have the MALC boys playing in the state championship game, the 1A state championship game. So good luck, Patriots. We hope you bring back that ring.
Get the
bring
big,
back that
get the
trophy.
W.
Get the W.
Yeah, for that's okay.
That W we
that
want.
W we want. That's right.
All right, everyone. Remember, this is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. The Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide-open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Taco Tuesday. I'm already hungry. Hope you guys have a great Monday. And we'll see you here tomorrow morning at 7:30.
We'll see you in the morning, guys.